everyone, welcome to Blue Girls Video Podcast. I have documented dreams for you for November 2017 and December 2017. I should be able to get them all in there. Okay, so the first dream is land. The guy was bitching about something and a woman slapped him. I do not know why. On a sunny day, a blonde-haired woman is riding her bike in a designated bike path. Earlier, I see a map with a body of water to the left and land to the right of it. Okay, my friend and I having similar dreams. I woke from some guy waking me up. Stay away from me. I did not recognize him. I recall me saying this from a previous dream, so I researched and I said something very similar in a dream titled Women in 2014. On the floor was shattered glass in little pieces. The next day I heard glass shattering outside but could not tell exact location. An older guy with dark wavy hair was downstairs in his house, and a young woman wouldn't let anyone in her room. A woman came to her door. Then a young guy had a tape recorder that would not stop recording. Later, she was outside in the backyard, outside a wooden fence, shoveling snow. This is trippy. Now, this is trippy. This is my friend's dream on the same night. I just awoke from a dream. I was at a house in northern Minnesota, and it was a man beginning with the letter B and his daughter. It was snowing outside in wilderness area. Also, same dream. My friend with the initials BB, elderly lady who passed, came to me in the North Minnesota town, wherever I was, and gave me cash. Also, same dream. There was a man and a woman around the house. I don't know what all this means. Maybe just because I've been stressing, plus maybe because I ate homemade soup before bed. Not NY, my age. So a couple of years back, I had several dreams about a father and daughter, both with brown hair and brown eyes, that did not come to pass. It also took place in a forest area, and friend does not know. Also, I have been paying a motel in cash. My guess is that this deceased elderly woman will give my friend close to the same amount that I will have paid out. It happens all the time. Stolen blessing. There was both a man and a woman in my dream as well. Young, we both been stressing. I have made plans to be in New York, NY, in the near future, and no one knows. Also, there is a bisexual guy who is the same age as me that I found about while living in Nevada. Same age as me. Okay, so this is bizarre. Like when I was in contact with my friend, he would have dreams of my dreams that were documented. So that is bizarre. And he hasn't read all of these. He knows about the website, but I don't even think he even knows how to get on there, on here or whatever, to read them. So that's kind of bizarre. Dream or vision or whatever. I recall a dream or vision or whatever. A young woman is at a drugstore. Then we go to a support group with other women. I awoke. I need to get out of here. Someone is cleaning the floor with 2 sponges. Then a repeat dream of a woman who looks like a high school friend in her place in a wooded area. Combo and model. This woman with long blonde hair, like some guy from my past, and he has a pot belly, beginning with the letter J, a combination of lock combination. And then I have it right there. That's weird, I write it down. I was talking to this girl who was a model. I could hear someone messing with a doorknob, not mine. I sensed a young male entity in room watching me. Fell back asleep and saw door number 11. This is bizarre. Okay, so for the next stream, it is SEA for Seattle. Okay, I awoken to a guy whispering to me while I was asleep. In this dream, saw SEA. A young woman with long blonde hair is somewhat upset. She is trying to make a decision on whether to go to Washington or Florida. She says that Washington is her home. This actually could be concerning me. I see a body of water and my deceased mom is alive, healthy, and looks younger. In my childhood, when our family lived in the townhouse in a suburb, I recall a woman coming to help my mom with her education. Took a nap. This other woman was concerned about her mom. She was at a large open space with a relative, possibly a brother. Mexican couple. This was an uncomfortable dream. These two Mexican middle-aged couple were sleeping in their bed at nighttime. The woman was out cold, and even though she was conscious of her surroundings, she could not move her body. I do not know if she was intoxicated or somehow ill. Okay, so for the next one, it's middle-aged man. There are two guys who are getting cash in their hands, $5. I awoke earlier this morning with anxiety a couple of times this month with, I need to get out of here, which to me is more of a forewarning than a panic attack. Well, this particular morning, I woke thinking that my livelihood will die under me. Then I heard about an apartment later, believes the wrong apartment. I believed a middle-aged man with balding hair is wearing a suit and sitting in a chair at a house. He has a smile on his face and is a little overweight. Saw a picture of similar guy when traveling. A couple were staying in separate rooms as they stayed at a hotel. The woman was unfamiliar. She wanted to bring a couple of suitcases. A woman with a meat cleaver is standing in a kitchen. AZ, my youngest brother, an old-time friend who appear in dream but are younger. Yeah, so I've had a dream, like a couple of dreams, and it's pretty rare in which, like, I had a dream about this one woman who lived in California, and so she was leaving California, right? And then, so I saw her the next day at my apartment complex. So she was visiting somebody or whatever. So that was bizarre. I mean, it's only happened a couple of times. Panic attack. Woman from Combo and SEA are in dream. A guy has two children, are not familiar, moving luggage in a downward position, Vancouver. Anxiety. There is this strong, mean Mexican man. He seems direct. No Bard's guy. I think because of him that I have been waking up anxious. Chatting. There was this young girl who didn't want me to do something part of a job, painting acorns or something small. We were sitting down at a table. I told her that I didn't mind really, but I knew she did not want me to have the responsibility because I knew I left. It didn't actually bother me. Okay, so the next dream is titled Guest. There it is. I really wanted to remember this dream because it had a lot of dream activity. This was odd and somewhat embarrassing. I was reading this dream to my friend and I was like, oops, there's a naked guy in dream. The full Monty, LOL. I have never had a dream of a guy completely naked, just standing there in dream. That's true. I didn't even remember this one and I don't want to remember it. Anyway, he was a little heavy, middle 30s, short brown hair, a little pot belly, not a sight for sore eyes. Later, when clothed, he hugged some other guy. Okay. Then I am at an older woman's place. She is gone for most of the day and was unaware that men were going to be coming in and out of her apartment for various reasons. She wanted to see Guy's identification for some reason. He was wearing a plastic belt buckle. She wishes she brought her luggage with her. Positive, young, energetic. Not Seattle, feels like Colorado. Someplace lively, positive, not too wild. Consoling. $250. There is this girl at her big sister's place. She is asking her brother for advice regarding her living situation. She was in her small room and some guy was in the kitchen with keys. She didn't know he was going to be there. She was going to stay there for a couple of days and then go to one of her friend's place. You look dead. I woke again with an anxiety attack. Belinda, whistle. There is a young blonde hair guy passed out on the floor by the kitchen table. In real life, I was trying to fall asleep and lying down on my bed after a long conversation with a friend. Then I felt a man smudge the left side of my face, chin, and then right side. I could not figure it out. I thought maybe it was like a facial with a brush and thought of a mortician, or maybe my face was just being painted since I have been having dreams of painter. Anyway, my friend thought it was maybe a facial and that I need to spruce things up. He mentioned CHRISSY. Okay, so yeah, this was really bizarre, but at the time in the dream, I was staying at a motel, and it was old, and it was haunted. And so I was sleeping in the bed, right, just there, and it was like a brush, and you know how they give you like a facial or whatever, and they just go like that, but I didn't know if it was a mortician or an esthetician. I thought it was a mortician, because it was just really bizarre, and it just was. And so when I eventually relocated, right behind the building was a funeral home. So that was kind of spooky. So there's more to this. You look dead. Whatever it was spooky, and it would not be a surprise to me nor my family if I ended up dead somewhere. Well, that's not real positive. But anyway, I had a friend tell me, oh, you look dead. I mean, when I told him about this. So anyway, maybe that's why. I ended up moving into a building with a mortuary behind the building. Oh, that's right there. Oh, my uncle passed away on January 7th, 2018. That's the same day I injured myself. I injured myself on birthdays, on relatives' birthdays or deaths. Isn't that bizarre? And he died on the 10th. No, he died on the 10th, and his birthday was on the... He died on the 7th, but his birthday was on the 10th. So he just was shy by 3 days. Nightgown. This young girl is staying at this house with an older guy with brown wavy hair. She has long blonde hair and is sitting up against the wall in her nightgown. She wants to know why she cannot talk to her mom and wants her phone number. My brothers were this and that. I never did anything to her. We're best friends when I was a kid. I never did anything to her. Her cousin said mom was afraid, so the girl was going to try to find number online. Okay, so that's a dream. The painter, Amy. There is this young female student who has several paintings of women. She has a blue charcoal color on her tight white shirt. Zone out. Okay. So the next one is, and this one's kind of a cool dream. Girl saw me in dream. Isn't that weird? There is this pretty young woman with brown eyes and brown long hair who looks straight at me, or right at me, in this dream. Then a woman who was smiling and sitting on a bed while she chatted with teenagers. There are two slim white buildings next to each other that a man is in charge. One of the doors was broken down or cut or something. Also, the door is being messed with off and on in the stream, like shaking it a little bit. Okay, so that is the end of November 2017. Okay, so for December 2017, there's only like 4 or 5 dreams here. Crunching. A woman is alone and is walking in freshly fallen snow. I see a small sheet of snow and the sound of snow crunching. White eggs. On the 2nd of this month, I heard, I don't think it is going to work out. There was this carpet that was cut into a long rectangular shape. There was 2 round white eggs in the rectangular, whatever. A guy was around, possibly a maintenance guy. Okay, so the next dream is skirt. Let's see here. Okay, 2 young women are sitting on a couch. One is wearing a black skirt. She has 2 cats. This Mexican girl with long brown hair and brown eyes was sitting in a chair. She was really smart at answering questions from an adult. A woman is dressed up in a long black skirt and black handkerchief on her head, like a pirate. Okay, so the next one is it's shit. An old woman is somewhere in my dream. I am paying weekly and I'm staying at a woman's place. I have to borrow money because I do not get paid until the 3rd of this month. They have seen this before. Someone agreeing to pay but does not. She is packing items in boxes. The toilet overflows and shit is coming out of both the sink and toilet. Ick. Okay, what happened to you? I was hesitant about leaving. I was working with an elderly woman. I didn't know where I was going, but wanted to go to Florida. A man mentioned to file a small claims and clarify. What happened to you? My friend could file a small claims as well. I was at my friend's place and stayed in the 2nd bedroom as some of their friends came over to visit them. I asked them to be quiet because children were trying to sleep. My friends do not have children in real life. I would have to work so many hours per week. Okay, so there's 2 left. Vacation. An ethnic young woman is on a vacation in possibly Mexico. I see a bird's eye view of large rocks and blue ocean. She is wearing a bikini top. Later, I stumble upon Canyon Beach, Oregon, which resembles the large rocks and ocean in the dream. It also looks like Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. Another woman has red blotches on her legs. A woman didn't get a job. Too positive. Do not know where the job is located. Also, a guy is sitting on a couch by himself. Another woman wanted to come and be dropped off in Nashville. Possibly wire money. Winding road. There's a group of young 20-somethings hanging out. No snow nor desert. The guy from the previous dream is driving on a winding road. Another woman is wearing a braided rainbow wig. Also very important, you are not going to last that long. Okay, so that's it for December 2017. And thank you for watching. This is also on YouTube as well. You can look under my name. I don't know the exact YouTube thing. Okay, thank you.